It's a make or miss league.
Maybe a little more funny than that.
I don't know what am I make or missing? It's a make or miss league. Cut that.
That was you in the background.
And normally that's the kind of response I evoke. Make anniversaries. Happy 14th anniversary to the Black Mamba dropping 81 on the Raptors. Tracy, where were you when Kobe dropped 81? Do you remember?
I was on the bus just coming off a lousy 30-point game, and then everybody was going crazy. like Kobe has 69 right now.
Yeah, LeBron and Wade actually had a duel. And Wade scored 42, LeBron won. But that, again, didn't make SportsCenter. Don't know what happened.
I was in Pittsburgh getting ready for the Super Bowl with rookie Ben Roethlisberger. That's who I was covering, and Jerome Bettis. I did not play in that Super Bowl, just to clarify that. Miss Memories. Lance Stevenson update from China. Little donkey head recently. Brian, do you miss La La Lance?
Well, I miss some of Lance, which I think is what a lot of people in the NBA would say.
His spirit, Brian.
He was unmatched.
Lance should be in the league. I actually
just not on your team.
I think that this is a good place for him.
I actually sent him a pair of my shoes over there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I actually think he had them on when he just bammed on that kid.
Well, look at you.
There you go.
Look out for my guy, man. I didn't know I was his favorite player, so I had to look out for him.
Aw, there's a lot of people. You're going to be giving out a lot of shoes, Tracy. There's a lot of people for whom that is true.
Well, let me talk to you later. I'll talk to you later.
Make Larry O.B. The NBA has partnered up with designer Louis Vuitton to carry a new case for the Finals trophy. Mac is stylish, right?
Makes it desirable.
Which is more expensive, the trophy or the case? They're going to need a case for the case.
To carry the case.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen, I have watched the Stanley Cup go through a luggage scanner at the airport. It's pretty funny, like as the guy goes through, it's just like, there's a Stanley Cup in the box.
I know that you roll with Louis luggage, T-Mac.
Expensive taste.
That's how NBA players like it. Miss Whistles. Guys, check out this play from Luka Doncic last night. All right, gets the defender to bite on the fake. He's trying to get the free throws there, but doesn't get the foul call, makes the bucket anyway.
That's all that matters, right?
Right?
I mean, I think the official, I've never seen anything like that before. I think the official was kind of confused.
And what? The ball going in? You can still call the foul.
That should have been a foul.
He was hunting for the foul, which I don't necessarily like.
Right.
Hunting for it? I mean,
yeah, he's trying to throw himself into the guy. I don't like it.
Oh, he baited the guy. He went for the fake.
I was going to say, the airspace got taken.
Yeah, but the guy jumped on the side. He was trying to run into the guy.
Just on the side of the defender, no matter what.
I know you are.
Always.
I know.
You.
I'm always against you for that.
Clippers Mavs was the lone NBA game last night. Just one. Luka versus Kawhi was center stage. The Clippers won 110-107 with Luka and Kawhi putting up 36. Both showing off last night. Both are in the top 5 of All-Star voting. Kawhi, of course, the reigning Finals MVP. Luka in the MVP conversation for this year.
Man.
Just last night, who put in the better performance?
I hate to do this. I mean, because both of those boys were special last night. Luka, I mean, what can you say about this kid? Second year and the numbers that he's putting up and what he's doing for the Mavericks. Porzingis was in and out of the lineup with that knee injury, and man, but Kawhi Leonard, to me, it seems like over the last 10 games or so, he has been looking healthy.
Yep.
His movements. I don't care about the numbers or anything.
Right.
I care about how is he moving.
You got that right.
And his movements, it doesn't look like he's laboring anything on the basketball court. In result, he's putting up crazy numbers. They're winning. And it was Kawhi Leonard. He took over that game last night.
I would argue that the most important thing for the championship question in this whole league is Kawhi Leonard's health.
And Paul George's health, by the way.
Yes, but
because you need them both to be healthy for them to be dominant.
But even if it's just Kawhi,
yes,
I think they got a shot. He said last week, there's been a lot of things that have been said out of the Clippers locker room recently that have gotten attention. What didn't get attention was he said he's feeling the best he has all year because he had that little knee issue back in November. They haven't had to play any back-to-backs recently. Now they are tonight. He's going to sit out.
He had 40-something days without a back-to-back.
Yeah, he's played 6 games in 15 days, which, by the way, is about what a playoff series would be like. He has scored over 30 in all those games.
Yeah.
They've won 5 of them, even though Paul George has been out for all of them. I mean, nothing against Luka. Kawhi looks great. Watch out, NBA.
Go. All right. Well, Lou Will has something to say as well. He said recently if the Clippers win a title this year, they will hear boos during their own parade. Is that BS or real talk? We will discuss it coming up right next on The Jump, so stick with us. Please apologize to everyone you're having dinner with. We'd like to welcome our columnist from The Undefeated, Clinton Yates. Welcome back. Always nice to have you in town. Since Clinton is with us, we thought it would be a good time to play one of our favorite games here on The Jump. Oh, yes. BS or real.
Dog deserves to go in the crowd after a bullshit move like that.
I think it's bullshit. I just thought it was bullshit.
Don't give me that crap!
These guys will give you the emojis. First up, Lou Will. Thinking ahead to what a Clippers championship parade might look like, the 3-time Sixth Man of the Year told Slam magazine the following, quote, "It makes sense for our whole mantra and everything that we stand for. We'll be the first team in NBA history that it's LA our way," that's their slogan, "and we could possibly hear boos at our own parade. I want to win it for that experience." So is Lou Will saying they could hear boos at their own championship parade, BS or real talk? Go.
That's real talk for me.
Woo! All the way across the board. Why?
Because basically that would actually be a win for the Clippers. I mean, over the past couple months, we've seen so many different things in terms of Laker fans reacting to all of these different things in terms of the Clippers being good. There's an outside argument that they aren't as panicked overall about what their team makeup is if it's not for the fact that it's the Clip Show down the hall that beat the Lakers twice this season. And overall, I think that if they do that, they know they're in the heads of Lakers fans.
Won't it be interesting if they play in the playoffs? In those 7 games, the Lakers may feel like the home team.
They're going to. I mean, I have been in that building for, quote, Clippers-hosted home games, including the opener, and it felt like a Laker game.
What I think about Lakers fans are the kind of people who would come to the parade to boo.
Just to do, that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to be salty. I mean, this is Laker town. Like, Clippers having a parade in Laker town? Are you kidding me? Of course a Laker fan's going to be out there booing.
I don't know. I mean, look, I get it when these guys go to, like, the Dodgers game or something like that. There are people in the crowd booing. You think that if they win a title...
There will be some Lakers fans out there with their jerseys, painted cars, purple and gold.
Yeah, they'll say, whatever, they got 17 titles or whatever it is, they'll say 17-1 or whatever.
Right, Lakers fans act like they're not bothered, but the basic concept of the Clippers even being competitive has them out in droves, talking about it already.
Snoop might even be walking up and down the parade on his own Laker float.
Y'all are petty, and I love it. Danny Green has been on 2 championship teams, but he says he has never had more fun on a team than he's having right now. Here is what he told our friend Zach Lowe on the Low Post podcast. Take a listen.
Other guys feel comfortable to talk and bring things to the table, or ask questions, or talk in the group chat, because they're the leaders and they talk about everything. We hang out, we do everything together, and we have fun, man. We have fun regardless of win or losing. It's been probably the most fun season I've had.
Really?
Yeah, off the court by far.
Really?
Yeah.
By far?
By far.
Look at Zach digging it in there. All right, BS or real talk? This guy, Spurs, Raptors titles, you're all with it.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's played with LeBron, and he knows what type of atmosphere and environment LeBron creates. I mean, he played with him in Cleveland. To see those guys on the sidelines, I can understand why he's saying this is probably the best experience, because he's in L.A., having that same experience that he had with LeBron in Cleveland.
Yeah, wasn't Danny Green with LeBron when they did all the camera clicks and like all of that stuff?
They didn't win that title. And
I mean, they haven't won the title this year yet either. Not to put a damper. And now I'm gonna be, oh, she hates the Lakers. She said they haven't yet won the 2020 title.
But, first off, with all due respect to the fun guy, I'm not so sure that there was a lot of fun in Toronto last year. There was a lot of pressure.
Right.
And then, I know that Pop has some fun with his guys sometimes, and they have nice bottles of wine, but you wouldn't say the Spurs experience is steeped in
non-stop party machine.
Party with Tim Duncan.
You guys are overlooking my favorite part of his career, which is when he played with Psycho T in college and Tyler Zeller. They were obviously partying it up. I'm stunned that wasn't the most fun experience of his career. I'm joking, but no, overall, yes, I think this has got to be a given that this is his most fun. LeBron's here.
I've seen Roy Williams in those locker rooms.
Oh, yeah, he knows
crazy.
how to party. And look, there he is. Look at Psycho T out there getting it on the floor. You know this guy knows how to have fun.
Well, look, Brian, you've talked about it a lot this year, that LeBron has made such a concerted effort to be a team builder within that locker room, that from the day one, he wanted to build those guys, make them have fun. And he's an exuberant personality, and every year that passes, as we see LeBron be more comfortable with himself and who he is, the way he acts both publicly, Taco Tuesday, like all the stuff that he does, and in that locker room, he has the perspective of, okay, there are things that are hard, there are things that drive me crazy, but I'm generally pretty blessed, and I'm really enjoying these last sort of, however long it is, stretch of his career. I think that all comes into what Danny Green is feeling right now. Let's talk about Marvin Bagley, the second overall pick in the 2018 draft. Not a fan of people who are criticizing his play. I don't know if this has been mentioned either. Luka Doncic was taken a pick ahead of him. Yeah, that's what Bagley keeps hearing. He said to the Sacramento Bee, quote, "Just keep that same energy. Once things start to come around or I start putting up these good games, don't change positions. Stay with what you said from the jump. You want to rock with me or continue to not rock with me? That's your opinion, but keep that same energy." Is Marvin Bagley saying keep that same energy to his critics? BS or real talk? Gentlemen.
No offense to Marvin, but when one of these games going to start happening? I mean,
Well,
like no, I'm serious. I'm not trying to be funny. Like,
you haven't given up your sign.
Yes, I am. This is where I am. So you know, for real.
He's being real saying
He has
that.
been real, but I'm like, this Luka's on a whole nother level right now. So, and I don't see him reaching Luka's level.
Not to mention, the reason the reason that fans are upset is because it was revealed that they didn't really even give a shot
Right.
at Doncic, and why they didn't pick him, I'm not going to get onto that in this air, is a big part of it. And I don't think it's as much directed at Bagley as it is how did you not get Luka talk overall? Because look, you've seen how he is. He's an MVP candidate. It doesn't even matter who the second guy is.
It doesn't matter.
He shouldn't take it personally.
No, he shouldn't. I mean, now if you start putting up those numbers like Luka, then we can start talking. But you're not doing anything right now.
It reminded me, the phrasing, it reminded me a little bit of like me when I would be a kid and being like, when I grow, you'll see. Yeah. And then I never grew. I'm still very, very
waiting
short.
On it.
I'm still waiting on it.
Right?
I'll be able to play basketball better when I'm over 4 feet tall. It's only barely happened. Do you?
I mean, I've spent some time with Marvin. I happen to really like him. I like his game, but he is married, especially while he's in Sacramento, to Luka. And unfortunately for him, while I appreciate what he's saying, I don't think there's going to be an easy way out of that. It's not quite like Sam Bowie, because Luka is not Jordan yet.
Right.
But I could see that taking a Sam Bowie-esque path. But he could never overcome that.
I mean, I think in some ways Trae Young is going to be married to Luka for the rest of their careers. And that speaks to partly just how much of a presence Trae Young is, that he is much more on the public consciousness because of the way he has been balling out than Marvin.
Yeah, and we don't hear it about Ayton as much. DeAndre Ayton, who's been good but not great, has kind of, he doesn't hear it as much as Bagley does.
Bagley
hears
should
it
want
more.
people to change their minds. You don't want people to still be
Keep that
on
same
the
energy.
hate side. No, you want them to be fans, not haters. That doesn't make sense.
Put up those numbers.
Yes. Let's talk about Bradley Beal. His Wizards are 14-28 right now, but he is not ruling out a playoff appearance. The Wizards, technically just 4 games out of the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. Here's what Beal said when asked about the playoffs, quote, "That's the goal. That's every day for us. It's in the back of my mind." So, Clinton, my D.C. area brethren here, BS or real talk?
I'm sorry. This is only because of the words he used. It's in the back of my mind. You know what's in the back of my mind? I don't know, cleaning up the garage, getting that motorcycle license I thought about giving. I mean,
those are all more possible than the Wizards making the playoffs this year.
Roy's looked good this season. Bertans look good as well. But to say that something's at the back of his mind implies that it's not even a priority. And if it's not a priority for Bradley Beal, then how's it going to be a priority for the Wizards?
I mean, as players, we're competitors. And even when you feel like you're on the worst team, you feel like you have a shot to make the playoffs. I remember getting traded from Houston to the Knicks, and the Knicks were awful. But I thought because of who I am, I was going to go there and help us make a run for the playoffs.
I thought you said you ever played for the Knicks.
Why are you going to bring that up?
Even T-Mac's not that good. Here's the thing. It's a miracle to me that the Wizards are even 4 games out.
Yes.
It's true.
Because of the injuries they've had.
Does it speak more to the Wizards or the Eastern Conference?
I think, believe it or not, that's hard to say. I think they've actually overachieved based on what they've actually had on the floor.
What do I keep saying? So fun to watch.
We got a Coach of the Year candidate in Washington?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
I've got it in the back
They
of
don't-
my mind to attend a game this year.
They might
So
want to
we'll see if that
investigate the
happens.
back of the court because they don't play any defense at all, ever. They
Worse
just like
than league.
this side.
Not too many teams that
This
do
side.
play
My
defense.
mind, not the front.
Not the
Today's
front.
game, Rachel.
They like the front. Clinton, thank you so much for
Anytime.
joining us. Coming up, stick with us because we'll talk about the Pelicans. Will they make the playoffs if Zion is healthy? We'll look at their strength of schedule and break it all down next. And here's what the Jump recommends for today. Our NBA insiders teamed up on the app to tell you how to watch Zion. Yes, this goes beyond turn on your TV. They break down his top moves, give you the top Pelicans games to watch the rest of the
Zion
season.
owns
Who is that guy?
ESPN
I've
today,
never heard of him.
man.
But also turn on